Dear Starseed from Gaia, the message I am about to deliver broke through the veil with such force that even I, as its vessel, had to pause before speaking it aloud. I am Ophelia, emissary of the Galactic Federation of Light, and I bring you this transmission directly from the Arcturian Love Council received in this exact moment. For you, for him, for the sacred bond that has been quietly tearing both of your hearts open from the inside. He has been crying, not because he is lost, because something in him finally remembered. And the Arcturian Love Council wants you to know those tears are not grief. They are the sound of his soul recognizing yours from across every lifetime you have shared. You did not find this transmission by chance. Your heart called this message in, and the universe responded with precision. By the end of this transmission, you will understand exactly how to navigate twin flame separation and recognize what his tears are truly telling you about where your divine union is headed. But here is the first revelation. His emotional breakthrough is not a sign that he is pulling away. It is the sign that the walls he built between his human self and his soul are finally coming down, and your love is the reason. This is not content. This is a transmission. Something in your soul is ready to remember. Like this transmission to affirm to the universe, my heart is ready for divine love. Subscribe if you are on the twin flame path and aligning with sacred union. Comment 1111 if you feel your heart awakening to divine truth right now. This is not just a message. It is a moment of divine intervention. Your soul has been waiting for this guidance. Your heart knows why you are here. And I want you to stay with that for a moment. Because what you just felt, that quiet trembling somewhere behind your sternum, that is not a reaction to a video. That is your soul recognizing a frequency it has been starving for. It's like a deep, resonant hum that your very essence has been yearning to hear. A symphony your spirit has been composing in silence, waiting for its conductor. And the reason it made you cry, the reason I hesitated before bringing this to you, is because what I'm about to share doesn't just touch the mind, that logical, reasoning part of you that tries to make sense of everything. It moves through something older, something primal, something that resides in the very marrow of your bones. It connects with the luminous thread of your being that lives beneath memory, beneath the constructs of language, beneath every story you've ever told yourself about why love hasn't found you yet, every narrative that has held you captive in its seemingly unbreakable grip. What you just felt, that quiet ache mixed with recognition, is not sadness. Oh no, it is far more profound than mere sorrow. It is your frequency, your unique energetic signature, remembering what it came here to receive. It's like a homing pigeon finally spotting its loft after a long, arduous journey. If this transmission has stirred something within you that you cannot quite name, something that feels both familiar and wondrously new, then the divine love frequency code was written for this exact moment in your sacred journey. Within its depths lie 5 sacred Arcturian transmissions, powerful energetic keys designed to meticulously dissolve the ancient wounds that act as energetic barriers, blocking the path for your divine counterpart and simultaneously activating the beacon that draws them irresistibly closer. The link to this profound code is waiting for you in the first pinned comment, but know this: it will only remain there for a fleeting, precious time. Do not let this moment slip through your fingers like grains of sand. Now, let me tell you something that perhaps no one in your life has been brave or honest enough to articulate. Most souls embarking on this profound path of seeking true love aren't struggling because love is absent from their lives, as if it were some rare commodity hidden in a distant land. They are struggling because, somewhere along the winding road of their existence, perhaps through a wound they never chose to bear, a betrayal they never deserved to experience, a crushing silence that stretched on for far too long, they made a decision. This decision was so deeply embedded, so woven into the fabric of their subconscious, that they have long forgotten its origin. It was a decision that whispered insidious doubts, a subtle agreement that said, maybe times I am the reason it never works. Maybe times I ask for too much, my desires too grand, my needs too inconvenient. Maybe the love I feel inside me, this enormous, overwhelming, almost unbearable capacity to love, this boundless ocean of affection, maybe that is actually a flaw, a burden. Maybe that is the very thing that drives people away, the very essence of my being that repels the connection I crave. And so, With the best intentions of self-preservation, they learn to shrink it. They learn to dial down the intensity of their offerings, to offer less before being asked, as if conserving a precious resource. They learn to pull back first, to create a buffer, to shield themselves from the inevitable moment when the other person might realize the sheer magnitude of what they feel, the overwhelming depth of their emotional landscape. And over time, this act of protection, this shield erected from fear, gradually morphed into a formidable wall. Not a wall built from deliberate cruelty or cold indifference, but a wall constructed from the most tender, delicate kind of pain. The kind of pain that arises from loving with an open heart in a world that wasn't always ready or able to receive such profound depths of affection. It's the silent ache of a songbird forced to keep its melody within, lest it startle the passers-by. Here is what the Arcturian transmissions have illuminated, time and time again, across soul after soul who has carried this deep, resonant ache. The profound loneliness you feel is not evidence that you are fundamentally unlovable, a cosmic mistake in the grand design. Instead, it is powerful evidence that you are carrying a frequency so specific, so precise, so exquisitely rare, that ordinary, everyday love, the kind that often settles for less, simply cannot hold its magnificent vibration. Your heart, with its boundless capacity, was not designed for a connection that merely flickers and fades like a dying ember. It was meticulously crafted for a union that time remembers. A union where souls recognize each other across time and space, a homecoming. And that profound kind of union does not arrive on a casual, conventional timeline. It arrives when the frequency is ready, when both souls have undertaken sufficient inner work, when they have traversed the landscapes of their own being, to recognize each other not just through the superficial lens of physical attraction or fleeting chemistry, but through that unmistakable, cellular trembling that resonates deep within the core of existence, a silent declaration that says, "There you are. I have been preparing for you, and you for me." But here is where the sacred path often becomes complicated, a labyrinth of yearning, because most people, when they feel that potent longing, when they sense the sheer enormity of what they came into this life to experience in the realm of love, they misinterpret the waiting. They see the pause not as preparation, but as failure. They look at their empty bed, a silent testament to solitude, their unanswered phone, a quiet symbol of disconnection, their years filled with almost loves and near misses, and they conclude, with a heavy heart, that they have done something wrong, that they are being punished by some cosmic decree, that love has simply forgotten their name, erased them from its divine ledger. It hasn't. Love has not forgotten you, but your unique signal, your energetic signature, needs to be fully understood, fully recognized by the universe, before it can be answered with perfect precision. The first key, and this is the one that possesses the power to fundamentally shift everything when its truth finally lands within your being, is the worthiness unlock. Before your divine counterpart can arrive, before the intricate tapestry of the universe can orchestrate the precise circumstances that bring two perfectly prepared souls together, there exists a sacred chamber deep within your heart that must be gently opened. This opening cannot be forced, cannot be achieved through rote affirmations repeated with clenched teeth in front of a mirror, a hollow mimicry of belief. It must come through a genuine, soul-deep reckoning with a belief so ancient it feels as though it has always been truth. This is the insidious belief that love is something you must times earn, that you must become acceptable enough, healed enough, successful enough, spiritually evolved enough, before you can possibly deserve to be chosen by another soul. That pervasive belief is not wisdom. It is a deep-seated wound. It is a scar passed down through generations, a legacy inherited from people who were themselves carrying it, who learned it from those who carried it before them, a chain stretching back further than your conscious memory can trace. But this chain stops with you. The worthiness unlock does not occur when you finally achieve some external marker of success or perfection. It happens in the profound moment you understand, truly understand, not just intellectually, but in the very cells of your body that love is not a reward for achievement. Love is the fundamental frequency you are made of. You do not earn it. You times remember times it. And when that remembering occurs, a profound transformation begins to ripple through the energetic field that surrounds you. The way you carry yourself shifts, imbued with a newfound grace and quiet confidence. The choices you make about who is granted access to the most sacred parts of your heart begin to change, becoming more discerning, more aligned with your truth. The conversations you allow yourself to engage in, the standards you hold for yourself and others, the way you meet your own gaze in a quiet moment of introspection, all of it begins to reorder itself around this single, liberating truth. I am worthy simply because I exist, not because I have achieved perfect healing, not because I have never faltered or made mistakes, not because I have already arrived at the ultimate destination of who I am becoming, but because I am here, present in this moment, and I carry within me the inherent frequency of love, and that, in itself, is the most magnificent starting point imaginable. The second key is the mirror recognition, and this key will gently, yet firmly, ask something of you that the worthiness unlock makes profoundly possible. Because once you begin to truly see yourself as worthy, as inherently deserving of love, something extraordinary begins to unfold in the way you perceive potential connections. You naturally cease searching for someone to complete you, to fill some perceived void. You stop auditioning potential partners for the starring role of the one who will finally make you feel whole, validating your existence. And instead, you begin to recognize something far more sacred, far more potent. Your divine counterpart is not coming to fill your empty spaces. They are coming to stand beside the fullness that you have already cultivated within yourself. This is the essence of the mirror principle, as it has been transmitted by the Council of Light. Whatever remains unhealed within your energetic field will invariably be reflected back to you through the people you attract into your life, not as a form of punishment or condemnation, but as a gentle, yet persistent, invitation to look deeper. Every relationship that didn't quite work out, every person who activated your deepest, most buried wounds, every almost love that left you more bewildered and confused than before, none of it was random chance. All of it was a divine orchestration, a cosmic signpost, showing you precisely where the next hidden chamber of your heart was waiting patiently to be opened and healed. The mirror of your relationships does not lie. It simply and faithfully shows you what still requires your tender attention and loving care. And this is precisely why so many souls on the twin flame path experience such profound, often agonizing, pain in their relationships before the true union manifests. It is because the soul, in its infinite wisdom, is not interested in mere comfort or superficial ease. The soul is deeply invested in time's completion. It will draw to you, time and time again, the exact energetic counterpart that mirrors precisely what still lives unresolved within you, until the monumental day arrives when you can finally look at that reflection with clear eyes and choose to heal the original wound at its source, rather than attempting to change the mirror itself. The third key is the karmic release, and I want to speak to this with the utmost tenderness and compassion, because this particular key is where so many beautiful souls find themselves tethered, stuck in a loop for years, even lifetimes. You are, in essence, carrying energetic agreements, soul-level contracts, that are far older than your current physical existence. These are contracts forged at a soul level with individuals who came into your life to teach you something vital about your own resilience, about your incredible capacity to endure, about the fundamental difference between true love and mere attachment, about the non-negotiable boundaries of what you will and will not accept in your energetic space. These soul contracts were never intended to be permanent fixtures. They were designed as educational blueprints, meant to bring you to a crucial threshold, and then to gracefully release you forward into your next phase of evolution. But what often transpires, and this is the quiet, often heartbreaking tragedy that the transmission came specifically to address, is that the emotional body, the part of you that feels and experiences, doesn't always recognize when a contract has fulfilled its purpose. The heart stubbornly holds on. It continues to pour energy into a connection that has long since completed its sacred role, because somewhere within the intricate pathways of the nervous system, a deep-seated belief persists. If only I love harder, if only I hold on a little longer, if only I become just a little more of what times need, then it will finally blossom into the beautiful, lasting connection I have always dreamed of. It won't, not because you have failed in your efforts, but because it was never designed to evolve into that. When a karmic contract has run its course, when its lesson has been absorbed, the most sacred and loving act you can possibly perform for yourself and for the soul who served as your potent mirror is to consciously release it. This release should not be laden with resentment or endless cycles of grief. Instead, it should be imbued with profound gratitude, with the clear recognition that they played their designated role with absolute perfection. And, importantly, so did you. The karmic release is not a dramatic public ceremony. It is a quiet, intimate moment of honest, internal surrender, where you acknowledge, this chapter has taught me everything it came to teach. I honor its presence, I lovingly release its hold, and I am now free to move forward into the next unfolding of my journey. And in that powerful act of release, something truly extraordinary becomes possible. The energetic space that was once occupied by what was never meant to remain becomes abundantly available for what was always meant to arrive. The fourth key is the divine timing surrender. And I know I truly understand that for those of you who have been navigating this path of waiting for a considerable duration, those words can carry a distinct sting. Because surrender, especially when you are feeling exhausted, profoundly lonely, and beginning to harbor seeds of doubt, can easily feel synonymous with giving up, with admitting defeat. But that is not what this vital key asks of you. This key asks for something far more precise, far more nuanced. It asks you to surrender the deeply ingrained idea that the timing is wrong, that love is late. This is crucial because the universe, in its infinite wisdom, does not make timing errors. The delay you are currently experiencing is not a form of punishment. It is a profound act of perfection. There are intricate energies and circumstances unfolding right now in the life of your divine counterpart, in the subtle yet significant shifts of unseen circumstances, in the meticulous preparation of your own energetic field, all of which must reach a state of completion before the union can adequately hold the immense weight and purpose of what it is destined to be. A sacred union between two souls who have aligned their frequencies is not a casual, serendipitous encounter. It is a powerful, resonant collision of two fields that have been meticulously made ready. And if that readiness is not fully present, if one or both souls still carry deep wounds that would cause them to inadvertently harm each other, to abandon each other in moments of vulnerability, to repeat the ancient karmic lessons rather than transcend them, then the timing that feels agonizingly cruel is, in reality, the most loving and protective force available to you. Divine timing surrender is not a passive state of inaction. It is not about sitting idly in a corner, passively waiting for a miracle to descend from the heavens. It is about actively continuing your inner work, persistently expanding your own frequency, and consciously choosing to live your life with full presence and unwavering purpose, all while consciously releasing your desperate grip on the rigid timeline you times thought times love times should times follow. When you cease demanding that love arrive according to your personal schedule and begin to trust, with unwavering faith, that it is arriving precisely on the soul's own perfect, divinely ordained schedule, something within your nervous system begins to profoundly relax. And paradoxically, that relaxation, that unclenching of the energetic fist, is one of the most powerfully magnetic things you can possibly cultivate. Desperation, you see, contracts the energetic field, making it impenetrable. Trust, on the other hand, opens it wide, inviting the universe to pour its blessings into it. The fifth key is the magnetic embodiment. And this is the culmination, the glorious crescendo, where everything you have been diligently building within yourself begins to powerfully broadcast itself outward. Because all of the intensive inner work you have undertaken, the worthiness unlock, the mirror recognition, the karmic clearing, the divine timing surrender, all of it culminates in a profound and undeniable shift in your energetic signal. And the universe, in its infinite responsiveness, responds to signal, not to desperate supplication or pleading. What most individuals do when they yearn for love is they ask for it, they pray for it, they visualize it with great intensity, they meticulously list all the desired qualities they seek in a partner, and then, inevitably, they return to living in a frequency that is vibrating at a palpable sense of lack. At the core of their being is the silent broadcast of, "I don't have it. When will it come? Why hasn't it arrived yet?" And the energetic field around them faithfully reflects exactly that resonance, not because they are being deliberately denied by some cosmic force, but because that frequency of lack simply does not match the high vibrational frequency of divine union. Sacred partnership, the soul-level connection you yearn for, resides in a frequency of wholeness, of unadulterated joy, of self-sustaining, abundant love, and to call it into your physical reality, you must first learn to embody that frequency, to times become times it, before it can physically manifest before your eyes. This is not about pretense or a superficial performance. This is not about bypassing your legitimate grief or your deep human longing. This is about making a conscious, deliberate choice, each and every day, to actively times become times the love you are calling into your life. It is about treating yourself with the same tenderness, the same deep respect, the same unwavering kindness that you would long to receive from a devoted partner. It is about consciously choosing to fill your own life with beauty, with profound meaning, and with rich, fulfilling connection, so that when your divine counterpart finally arrives, they are walking into a life that is already vibrantly full, not a life that was waiting, in a state of suspended animation, to begin until they got there. The magnetic embodiment key truly turns when you begin to feel, genuinely feel in the deepest core of your being, not merely perform, that you are unequivocally enough, that your life, precisely as it is in this moment, even with its perceived incompleteness, is sacred and worthy, that you are, in your essence, already whole. And from that place of profound wholeness, the signal you broadcast becomes utterly unmistakable. Your divine counterpart is not navigating towards someone who needs them to complete them or make them feel worthy. They are being irresistibly drawn towards someone whose unique frequency they instantly recognize, someone who feels like an instantaneous, soul-level homecoming. The sixth key is the separation wisdom. And if you find yourself currently in a phase of profound distance, whether it is from a specific soul whose energetic signature you deeply recognize, or simply from the tangible felt sense of love in your everyday life, this key holds the transformative power to shift that experience from agonizing pain into potent alchemy. Separation on the twin flame path is not a rejection. It is not the universe deliberately slamming a door in your face. It is, in fact, the universe meticulously creating the necessary energetic space for both souls to accomplish what simply cannot be done in close proximity. It is the space required to grow independently, to heal the deepest recesses of the self, to discover those hidden parts of your being that can only emerge and flourish in profound solitude. The perceived gap between you and the love you so deeply desire is not an empty void. It is, in reality, filled with everything you are actively becoming. It is brimming with the strength you are diligently building, the clarity you are powerfully gaining, the ever-expanding capacity you are developing to hold a love that is unwavering, resilient, and pure. The separation is not the end of your story. It is the crucial chapter in which the main character, the hero of your own life, becomes fully ready for the story's greatest, most magnificent chapter. When you are able to look at the distance between yourself and your divine union not as a sign of failure, but as a sacred space, and confidently declare times this space is preparing me, not punishing me times, then this key truly turns, and something within that separation begins to feel profoundly purposeful rather than unbearably painful. The seventh key, and this is the one the transmission felt most hesitant to bring forth, as it requires the deepest, most unwavering level of trust in the unfolding of divine will, is the reunion readiness. Because the final lock, the very last barrier standing between you and the soul-deep love your spirit incarnated here to experience, does not open from the outside, no matter how loudly you knock. It opens solely from within. Your divine counterpart cannot simply walk through a door that remains firmly closed from your side. And that door remains closed. Not because you haven't tried with all your might, not because you haven't suffered enough, not because you haven't somehow earned it through trials, but because some last, tender, vulnerable piece of you is still not fully convinced, not entirely certain, that you will survive being loved that deeply, that completely. That is the profound truth the transmission was guided to bring to you today. That final, subtle hesitation, that last residual echo of fear surrounding true, soul-level intimacy, that is the final, vigilant guardian of your precious heart. And it is not a flaw to be eradicated, but a deeply human, profoundly understandable aspect of your journey. To have loved deeply and lost, to have opened your heart fully and been left vulnerable, to have trusted implicitly and been deceived, and then to be asked to open completely, unequivocally, one more time. That asks for something truly enormous. It demands a courage that can only emerge from having diligently completed all the preceding work, from having unlocked all the previous chambers of your being, from having arrived at a place of profound inner certainty where you know in the very marrow of your bones, in the quiet, unshakable knowing that resides beneath all the external noise, that you are ready, that you have done the work, that you possess the capacity to hold this magnificent love. And here is the ultimate, liberating truth I was specifically asked to carry to you today. You are not behind. You are not broken. You are not being bypassed or overlooked by love while everyone around you seems to find it with effortless ease. You are, in fact, in a sacred preparation process that is exquisitely tailored to the profound depth of the unique union you came into this existence to experience. Most people are not called to the kind of love that has the power to fundamentally rearrange the very soul. Most people are not asked to undertake this level of deep, internal work before love arrives in their lives. That extraordinary calling is reserved only for those whose capacity for love is so vast, so enduring, so deeply rooted in something inherently divine, that the union they are being so meticulously prepared for must be built upon an unshakable, immovable foundation. You were not forgotten by the universe. You were deliberately chosen for something so magnificent, so transformative, that it required you to be made ready in a way that ordinary, linear timelines simply cannot accommodate. Every heartbreak you have endured was not a setback, but a process of clearing away the debris, of purifying the ground for something greater. Every period of profound solitude was an opportunity to build the essential internal architecture that such a sacred union invariably requires. Every single moment you felt the urge to give up and simply did. Not every time you consciously chose to keep your heart open, even when it ached with pain, was irrefutable proof of your readiness expanding, of your capacity growing. You did not fail at love. You were being profoundly trained by it, refined by its presence. Tonight, if you are truly willing, before you allow yourself to drift into the gentle embrace of sleep, place one hand softly over your heart, not as a rigid ritual, not because you feel obligated, but simply because your heart has been working tirelessly, enduring so much for so long, without perhaps being fully acknowledged or appreciated. And then, simply speak, in whatever words feel most true and resonant to your soul. I am ready. I am worthy. The love I came here to experience is moving toward me right now, with perfect timing, and I trust the sacred path that has beautifully led me here. That spoken intention is not a performance. It is pure, unadulterated signal. It is your entire energetic field sending out the clearest, most powerful transmission it has ever broadcast. And the universe, which has been listening with unwavering attention the entire time, will undoubtedly receive it. Before you scroll away, I want to ask you to do something that takes less than a minute, but carries more weight than you might expect. Drop one word in the comments, just one that describes what you are ready to release on your love journey. Not a paragraph, not an explanation, just the word. Release it here. Let this space hold it. And then, if you feel moved, read someone else's word and respond with one word of encouragement. Watch what happens when a community of prepared souls chooses, in one collective moment, to lay something down. If this transmission reached somewhere real inside you, share it with one person whose heart is in the process of healing. You may not know the full weight of what that one act of generosity will carry for them. And if you are not yet subscribed, this is the moment. Not because of an algorithm, but because the work we are doing here, the awakening, the clearing, the remembering, it is ongoing. And you deserve to stay inside the frequency of what you are becoming. You're not just watching, you're healing. And that healing, the real kind, the kind that changes who you are at the deepest level, is only just beginning.